So I'm going to show you this really easy Criss Angel card trick, and he did this very early on in his career, but it's still really powerful, so this is why I want to show it to you. The first thing that I have to do is just mix up the deck a little bit, just like that. So now that it's random, I can go ahead or you can go ahead and select a card, so just tell me when to stop. Stop. Alright, right there. So this is the card you selected. I'm not going to look at it, I'm just going to flip it over for you. I really don't want to look at it. There we go. So that was your card right there. I'm going to put it right there in the camera view. So all I have to do now is just section off this deck like I'm doing right here. And all I'm going to do is just place the cards over here on the side. Make sure they're staying, maybe not, who knows. And then I'm just going to break off some more part of the deck like this. And I'm going to try and make two equal parts, or four equal parts of the deck all separated like this. And the next thing I'm going to do is flip over each pile, or every other pile right there. So it's one up, one down, one up, one down. And then all I have to do is mix them together just like this. Here's the first pile. I'm not doing any false shuffles here. I'm really mixing them together, as you can see. And the next thing I'm going to do is just mix up the rest of the piles like that. And then we're going to mix all these together. So there you have it. I just mixed up the entire deck, alright? I just made mischief and all craziness in there. So now I'm ready to show you that I had already known what your card was, or the card that you picked right here. And the deck is going to help me figure out what card it was. Like that. Let's get this in camera view a little bit more. So there we have the King, Queen, Jack, the entire suit of aces in numerical order. But, as you can see, they're going from ace to king just like that, all in numerical order, but they're missing one card. That card should be the 7 of spades right here. As you can see, it's missing 6, 7, 8, and then it goes up. And I'm going to show you guys how to do this trick right now. Alright, now, for those of you who decided to stick around for the tutorial, go ahead and stick around. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and give you the full explanation on this. This is a trick where you're going to need to set up beforehand, so you are going to need to set up the deck a little bit. And all you need, of course, are the spades, the whole suit of them, all right here. You should get them in perfect numerical order, just like this. And now, when you put it face down and you flip the first card up, that card should be the ace of spades, not the king of spades. So, like when you're counting out the cards, you want the ace to be in the back like this. You don't want it to be reversed. So if I were to count the cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, you don't want it to be reversed as the king in the back like this. So what I'm saying is when you flip the deck over and you flip over the first card, you want that card to be the ace of spades, not the king of spades. So I'm just going to go ahead and count them back. And let's get on with the tutorial. So basically you're going to have these cards on top of the deck like that, and there you go, that's your setup for the trick. Now all I did was a false cut. There's various amounts of them. There's a whole bunch of false shuffles, false cuts. I just wanted to make it simple. So this is called I believe it's called the swivel false cut or something like that. I mean, I don't know. I just learned it somewhere. And all you need to know, sorry, I mean, I've been out for a couple months and I'm starting to get back at this, so sorry if I slur a lot of words or something. But anyways, here we go. All you're going to need, you take around 1/3 or 1/4 of the deck or so, just like this, and you're going to grab it with this little fleshy part of your skin, or your hand right there like that. You're going to grab it off, so you're holding it like this, and now you're going to separate it. You want to do it in half. When I'm actually doing the trick, I go much more fluid motion, so it's not all choppy. So just keep that in mind. And then what you're going to do is you're going to grab the middle section right here, the bottom section. You're going to tilt it and then push it deep into your skin like that. And now you're holding both pieces like that with your hand. In this part, as you can see, it's going to be diagonal. It's not going to be, you don't want it to be aligned. So now when you're putting that into place, so keep in mind, when you're putting this in place, you're going to turn it, put it into your hand, and now as you're turning it into your hand, you're going to be grabbing the back portion right here, the back end, with the ring and the thumb like this, and then just sliding it out. So now, all you have to do is swivel the top part off with your thumb, and then put it back, just like that. And now you're going to have the same deck order. And now I'm going to do it one more time. Remember, you break off from the top around 1/4 of the deck or so, 1/3, 1/4. You cut that into your hand, and then you hold it in a mechanic's grip, and then you break off half of the deck, and then you tilt your hand, push it deeper. Now remember, that's going to be diagonal like this, and now you have this little triangle bit right there. And then you're going to take your ring finger, and you're going to put that right here, like that, and your thumb in the bottom of that pile like that. Slide it out, tilt it off, swivel the top part, and then put this back. After a few minutes of practice, you'll be able to get it. I mean, it's really not that hard. If you need more, go ahead and rewind it. So, going on with the trick. Now, all you're going to do is tell the spectator, say here, just fan out the deck like this, just so you can reveal these top cards. That way they pick one of the spades. That's the secret. When you're asking them to pick a card, just fan out this part. And then ask them to touch a card, and they're going to touch one. So let's just say they touch this one. And you don't need to see the card. All you have to do is show it to the spectators. So let's figure it out. 5 of spades. Go ahead and flip that down right here. So now you know it's the 5 of spades. But during the performance, you don't need to know what card it is. You just know it's going to be a spade. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to make small talk or something. It's going to be misdirecting what you're really doing. You're sliding off cards, counting 3. So as you can see, we slide off 3. Group them, put them aside, that's 1. And then you push off 3 more, like that, group it off. Now we have 2. Now you want to do this 2 more times for a total of 4. So you break it off, count 3, and then push it aside. And now you count 3 again, right there, just like this, 3 of them. You push them together, you break it off. And now, when you're actually putting this off like this, when you're separating it and putting it down, you can take a look at it like that. You can take a look at it yourself and put it down to see if the bottom card is the King of Spades. So that way when you count the cards and make sure you want to count them correctly, you want to make sure that you actually counted them correctly, you tilt it back towards, you take a look, you take a peek at it, there it is, the King of Spades, and then you put it down. And now just break off the deck even more into little quarters like that. We want to make them as even as possible, and then break this in half just like that. Place them so the spectator can see. Let's move this a little bit that way. And then you're just going to flip over every other pile. So this is my left hand right here. You're going to take over starting from here as a pattern. Up, down, up. So there we have it. Now, here's our group of spades right there. So we're going to leave that here. And now when you're shuffling them, you put the right hand card first. So the face down card goes on first. So you lay one face down card, and then you just leave them in between, and then a face down card here on top of it. So that way you're sandwiching the deck like that. So face down, you have the spades down first here, and the spades on top. Now you can show to the spectator like this. Just show to them. It's really all mixed up. And then on this side it looks like normal. But you don't want to show them this, because then they're going to see the secret. So now when it's in this position, you show the deck to the spectator. Flip the deck over, and now you're going to mix it up with the King of Spades face up. So now you're going to put, as always, you put the spades down first, one card down, interweave them, but then this time you're going to have the left come on top, like that. So now you'd went down first with your right hand, like that. The right hand goes on first, then the left hand comes up. So now, there we have it, pushed together. You flip it over one more time. You show it to the spectator, and you're ready to go. And now, you shuffle these together. Remember, right hand always goes down first. Right hand always goes down. Let one card go down with the right hand. Weave them in between. and then stop or finish with the left hand on top, with the left hand card on top. And then we're going to flip it over for the last time. There we have it. And then you can show it to the spectator just like that. There we go. Try to get this a little bit more even in there. So you can see that here are all the cards just like that. And there we go. And now you can tell the spectators, look, they're all spades, and they're going to be realizing that their card was a spade that they just picked. And then you're going to go, well, look, it's an ace to king order, and now what you're looking for is that little gap for what card they picked, and we already know they picked the 5 of spades, so we're going to snap and say, you picked the 5 of spades, like that. You show it to the spectator. You lay it on top there for like a nice visual to see that I'm really sorry about that. Anyways, but every single card is there. That's a trick. It's really amazing, and it's really one of my favorites. So I hope you guys like it, and thanks for watching.